All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of the AJT Morning Show. We're gonna try to close this week out strong. I've been on the wrong side of a lot of stuff this week, but luckily, well, I can't say luckily, but fortunately, I had enough skill and enough fundamentals to stay on the right side. To stay green, and that's kind of been the thing. Is it may not be working out 100%. May not be nailing it the way I want to, but I have enough in the tank to where I can stay positive and I can stay green. And that's pretty much all we can ask for. But this morning, I got a question for you, and I want you to think about this over the weekend. I didn't want to really give it to you until the weekend came. And the question is, do you believe? And that's very important, to determine whether you have belief in yourself or whether you have a belief in your dreams. But more importantly, do you have belief in yourself that you can accomplish your dreams? Because the thing is, if you don't believe in yourself or your dreams, you'll never get past the life that was given to you. And you won't be able to start living the life that you dream of. Because we're all given this life. But it's up to us to make of it what we want to. But we have to believe. And that belief has to sustain us through all of the hard times, all of the hard knocks that we're going to take. But the key is we all dream big and think big. And we always, we all want to live big someday. Meaning we want to live the life that we dream for ourselves and for our family. But we have to start small. We have to crawl before we can walk. We have to learn to walk before we can run. And you've heard me say that, and you've heard me make that analogy over and over again, but I can't reiterate that enough. We have to learn how to crawl before we can walk. We have to learn how to walk before we can run. Especially if you want a chance at doing it big, you have to start small. You have to develop that skill, the fundamentals, and all of that. That has to be developed first. So 3 things I want to share real quick. First, you need to do it well or don't do it at all. If you're ever going to be successful in trading, you've got to follow this principle. I get frustrated a lot by traders I work with who tell me, yeah, I want to do this. They get the mentor sessions, but then they put 60 or 70% into it. We have one session, we talk about what we need to work on, and then we meet the second time and they have no data. No questions. They just want to sit back and let me tell them, okay, where do we go next? Well, I don't know what you've done. And it gets frustrating because you want the people you work with to believe in themselves enough to put in the work. And then because of that, I know they're not giving 120%. And that's where second principle comes in. You have to give 120%. You got to give it your all. If you don't, whatever you put in, if you put 50% in, you're only going to get 50% out. It doesn't matter whether I put in 120 or whether I give everything I have. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters at that point is, are you giving 120%? Are you putting in everything that you can? That's what it boils down to. And then the last thing, you got to give small a chance. You got to give small a chance to be big. Dream big, think big. Continue to do that. But you have to start small. And another thing I have to reiterate, you have to trust the process. You can't rush it. When you start trying to rush the process, that's when you start falling off one of the edges. If this path, you see it winds, it turns. As long as you stay on that path, and if you try to cut, you're going to fall into the water. You can't cut the path. You have to follow. And you have to trust the process. You have to trust that there's a reason that, this bar is here. There's a reason for that. And we have to trust it. We have to believe in it. And know that if we want to achieve big, we want to achieve our big dreams, our goals, then we're going to have to start small. We're going to have to give small a chance. We're going to have to trust the process. We have to believe in the process and not rush it. But more importantly, we have to believe in ourselves and we have to believe in our dreams. So think about that this weekend. Think about, do I believe? Do I believe in myself? Do I believe I'm the person that could get me to achieve my dreams? All right, let's look at what we have today. What do we have on point? We've got W, retail. All right, let's see, W. It said they gained $1 billion in market value this week. So maybe it was running up in anticipation of earnings. We'll look at that. That happens a lot too. See JWN. Let's see what JWN has in store. No. It's on earnings too. They reported earnings yesterday after close. We'll take a look at it and see. KNSL. What's the deal with it? I know that's not on the earnings. I don't remember that. KNSL. I don't have anything on this. Don't know why. I'll take a look at it. I gotta look up something else on it. I don't know why they don't have it on FinViz right now. TTD. Shut up. And TTD is up on earnings. All right. Alright, so we got a few stops we can look at here. Oh, sorry. Blackout. Had a little blackout. So we'll look at W. JWN. TTD. And let's kind of peek over here and see if there's anything on this deal. It might be interesting. See, AZN. Yeah, let's take a look at it. It has a little bit higher float, but we'll take a look at it and see. What's going on with it? And phase 3 trial success. Shown to reduce just one of the drugs. Had phase 3 trial success. So that might be good. We can look at that. Alright, we will take a look at it. Alright. So we'll look at that one. Not this one never moves. This PBR. Every time I've seen it, it never really moves. So this has too low of a float for me. CYBR is probably gonna hit the list here before long. More than likely it will. That's a buyout. Alright. No dice on it. Alright, let's look at the chart here. Oh, there it is. I moved it to a different screen. Expand it. Alright, let's see. W. See, we're at 60, 61. So we're in this window still. You see, it looks like it ran up. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Looks like it ran up. Anticipate earnings. We had a gap up here, and we've been kind of running up on earnings. I don't know what I don't know if we're going to do anything. This may be the pullback day. This may be the pullback day. But we've got a lot of a lot of activity. So maybe something to keep on watch. JWN. We're at 44. So we've got down below the moving averages here. Let's see. We got 45, 42 coming into play. I have to change this. The 90-day. And it's like yesterday it sat on the 50-day. 45.81. See, 45.81. Alright, so let's go back and see what's in this channel here. Pretty sure we've got some more price action. Yeah. Yeah. And that tightens it up a little bit more. Probably don't even need to go back any further. Yeah, not my favorite of charts. You got a lot of traffic in here. What's up, Leo? So let's look at TDD. Don't like that too much. Let's see, it's gapped up. Yep, it's got up to new highs. So we'll be watching it. Excuse me, see what happens with this deal. So we are a good almost 2 points above the previous high. So I'll have to use whole and half dollar marks, use the moving averages to try to help me pinpoint targets and everything, since I don't have any levels of support or resistance there. Any daily support or resistance. So for me, that makes it a little bit tougher, but still not untradeable. Alright, now we'll look at AZN. See, we've gapped up too pretty good. I'll put that there for reference. This isn't a very pretty chart, honestly. Alright, so not a very pretty chart. But looks like we do have some room to the upside on this. We do have room to the upside. Yeah, we're just in a lot of traffic. I don't see any real clean charts out there. Just don't see it. Let me see. ARDX, that's a pretty significant drop. What's up with it? Okay, report successful phase 3 trial. But it's tanking. That makes a lot of sense. But I believe that's a 5-cent ticker though. Yeah, nothing exciting. Nothing exciting for me today. Don't see anything really exciting out there. So I don't even know what else I'll have on watch. I guess I'll watch W. I'll watch it. Now watch AZN. But I don't really have anybody else I like. I don't really like JWN. I don't really like JWN. Too much. And I don't like TDT that much. Well, yeah, I do. That's the other one, TDT. TTD. That's the other one I like. Alright, that looks good. Alright, don't see anything else out there. ARDX is interesting for you guys that like the 5-cent tickers. On that chart, I mean, what it's doing is interesting. I like to kind of look at more about what it's doing. Well, it had positive results, but the stock is tanking. There's got to be something else. Yeah, ARDX is a 5-cent ticker. And I have, I'm bringing up the small cap stuff and the 5-cent tick stocks. Everything is coming up on here because there are people, that like to trade 5-cent tick stocks. They like to trade the low float, low dollar stocks. So I'm gonna have them come up on my scan. So for you guys that like them, they're gonna be here. But I'll take one more look through here. Nope. So that's gonna do it for me today. My watch list. W, AZN, and TTD. I'm not overly excited about it, but you never know at this point. But you never know what's gonna happen if when the market kicks up and kicks into high gear. So you never know. But those are the 3 stocks that I will be watching into the open and looking to see if we get any play there. So you guys, thank you for stopping by for the morning show. Remember the question that I asked you at the beginning. Think about that this weekend. Because if you don't have that belief, you got to get it. You got to find it. You got to find something to believe in. That's going to help drive you. All right, thanks, Selena. I appreciate that. So you guys have a good day. Stay green. Remember to trade for skill. You know, when you first start, you're beginning, you're trading for skill. You have to develop that skill. You can't start big. You can't blow up overnight, because it does take skill to survive in this business. So work on developing that, and have a great day. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday morning.